Welcome to the Conscious Creative Podcast, your weekly dose of soul-to-soul conversation that will have you saying peace out to your 9 to 5 to explore in your sacred calling. The topics center around conscious business and interviews with the folks who started them. We'll be exploring the art of being human and what it takes to live your life fully expressed and financially free. I'm Christina Gomes, and I went from high-paying job as a psychotherapist to leaving it all behind for my desire to travel the world playing my original music, to becoming the CEO and soulpreneur founder of freeyourcreativity.org, where I help visionary leaders create the businesses of their wildest dreams. If you have a sacred calling, stick around. My prayer is that you become the permission slip for the collective as you hear the soul-inspiring stories that call you forth into creative action. Let's get to the soul. Hello. Welcome to Scene, 4 days to equip you with the must-haves of selling out a high-value offer consistently, even if what? Even if you have a small audience. So lovely to see you here again. I'm always amazed at how far and wide this message reaches. I have clients in over 5 different continents, and it just warms my heart to know that in today's world, we can express our voice, share using the free tool of social media, and attract people who are stoked to pay thousands of dollars to co-create with us. And that is what today's session is going to be all about. I'm going to share with you my 3-step process to stop attracting people who have multiple objections and start positioning yourself as that human that people want to co-create with and co-create with consistently, even re-enroll in your containers. And they rave about your offers and they tell their friends about the time you spent together and the results that they got. And this is going to be a super important session today. But before we dive into the session, I want to interact with you. Yesterday's session was epic, right? Yesterday, we went over the 4 archetypes and phases of soul-led entrepreneurship that I've developed over 4 years of helping people to create consistent income in their business. And we also went over how you can transition from low cost, accessible, cheap even, to high value, high end, having an offer that is valuable to people. And tomorrow, we're going to get into the 4 essential ingredients of a high value offer. So if you have an offer and you're not sure if it's high value, or if you're in the process of creating an offer that is high value, or you have all of these ideas for an offer that is high value, I want to invite you to come live tomorrow, where I'm going to go over the 4 essential ingredients so that you never have to second guess your offer again, and you attract people consistently who love to work with you. And today, we are going to dive into that 3-step process. Let me check out some comments. So yesterday was so epic, so amazing. And today is going to be even more special because I'm actually going to share my screen with you today and do a little activity with you. So I want you to be present. Take out your notebook. We're going to get into it. And today's session is super important because you don't want to attract people with multiple objections. You don't want to attract people who, when you get on the phone, they're like, I don't have time, I don't have money. And so today's session is going to help you to attract people who come to your calls already sold. I'm going to teach you how to do that today. Because I'm sure when you started your soul-led business, you weren't like, I'd love to be a salesperson. You didn't start this beautiful business based on your own transformations and based on your certifications and your wisdom and the things you've learned over the years and the space you've held for people to become a salesperson, right? But the truth is, we have to learn how to sell in order to make a sale. We have to learn how to sell in heart-centered ways, in transformational ways. I coined the term transformational sales in my program because I want each and every sale I make to feel high end, that even the sales process feels transformational and deep. So I'm also going to help you with that on day 4 live with the integrity selling techniques. But today, what is important is that you start attracting people. When they get on the phone with you, they're like, please take my money. Your offer is the answer to my prayers. How can I work with you? People are filling up your DMs attracted to you because you have positioned yourself as the human that is going to help them get a certain kind of result. So I'm going to help you with that today, because raise your hand if you've gotten on the phone with people and they say, I don't have time, I don't have money, or they have some kind of objection. I have to talk to my husband. And all this is fine. This is still going to come up. And in my Conscious Creative Business Immersion, which doors are opening this week, I teach my clients exactly how to handle objections in heart-centered ways, how to hold space for a transformational sale. But today, if you want to understand how to call in people that don't have those objections, I'm going to teach you how to do that. It doesn't mean that it won't ever happen. But when you get to the phase of your business where people come to your calls already sold, this allows you to potentially phase out sales calls, but it also makes those sales calls much more enjoyable for both of you. You get right to the heart of what is potentially preventing them from getting the result that they want in their lives. And then your offer, if you are calling in the right people, will be the thing that they need. And you just get to see in those calls if they're actually a right fit. So let me know if you're done with people messaging you saying, hey, I just want to pick your brain. And they're not actually seeing you as the person that has the thing they need. They want to pick your brain. They want to have something from you. Nowadays, I help my clients and myself, when I get on the phone with somebody, they already know what it is that I do. They already know my program by name. They already are in the energy of, yes, maybe they have some questions, maybe they want to know some details. But through this 3-step process, I've experienced one of my clients, Alexa, come on the phone with me. And this is the very first time I experienced it a little over a year ago. And she said, yes, I'm already sold, take my money. And now this happens more so than not. But the cool thing about Alexa is that she came into my program and she took all the wisdom, the golden nuggets. She was a multi-passionate, soul-led visionary leader who wanted to combine her skills of energy work and her virtual assistant skills. And she put together a high value offer and she replaced her income within a year. She left her 9-to-5 and she became a full-time high value guide and she called in clients from all over the world and she made me an offer. And the offer was so good that I bought it. And so she became the manager, the community manager for my affiliate program. We worked together for a few months on that. And so it's really a lovely thing to watch my clients, the ones that come and say, I'm ready, please take my money, the results that they get. And that's why I developed, by watching these kind of clients go through my program, I developed this 3-step process that I'm going to deliver for you today to help you position yourself as the person that people pay thousands of dollars to work with, and they want to. And through that also, they are the type of people that get the best results. So you stop attracting people who need a lot of hand-holding and need a lot of convincing. So you make the sales process really amazing, and they have a better time because you are attracting higher caliber clients. So it's a really beautiful process. Amazing. So let's drop into this 3-phase formula. It's also a 3C system that I developed from watching and observing my clients who got the best results in my program, who are actually, like Amy, able to go full time and attract lots of money, multiple 5 figures, and clients that are a joy to work with. So the first process and the first C is clarity of your offer. Okay? Clarity of your offer. Now, I've said this before, your offer is really important, and I'm not going to leave you hanging. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you the 4 essential ingredients. We're going to go through each one of a high value offer. But today, I want you to know that when you start to clearly express the value of your offer, that's when you'll stop attracting clients who have multiple objections. They may have questions, they may have objections, but you'll be able to handle them because you have clarity of the value of your offer. You'll be able to have a beautiful sales conversation because you'll have clarity of your offer. And when you have clarity of your offer, when you're able to express the value of your offer clearly in the online space, succinctly, then folks are like, oh, they get it. And then they choose to book a call with you. Now, in maybe like 2-3 years ago, I would get on the phone with folks and they would say, yeah, I want to buy from you. I want to join your course. I want to join your program. I want to work with you. How can I work with you? But I don't know what it is that you do. And sure, it was fun. It was like, oh, okay, it was feedback. And I often talk about this with my clients that feedback is great. I didn't take it personally. I just knew in that moment, cool, I have magnetic energy. I am putting myself out there and that works. I was making about $1,000 to $2,000 a month. It wasn't like I wasn't making money on my magnetic presence. You can do that. But I understood from that conversation and from those sales conversations that people didn't understand the value of what I was offering. So it dropped me in of like, this is super, super important. And that's why I teach on it now. Once I got clear on the value statements, on the value of my offer, not how many calls there were, not how long we're going to work together, not the features of my program, not even the modules, not even the pre-recorded content, but the value, the overall outcomes. And I was expressing that in the online space more so than not. That's when people started calling me up and saying, how can I pay you? How can I work with you? And it was a completely different energy. And those people get better results. If you have to convince people in your sales conversations, you will see a different energy in your containers. They will come with more fear. They'll feel convinced, so you'll have to convince them to go through your process. And we're going to get into a signature process throughout these 4 days, but convincing someone to go through the modules and to come do the coaching calls is the last thing you want to do. And that has happened to me. I will admit, I've had containers where half the time I was convincing half the people to show up for the calls. And now I don't have to do that. Majority of my people come to the calls because they have joined my program knowing what the value, what the result is at the end of the transformation for them. And I do plan on creating a video of my signature create methodology and take you through each module of my program so that you understand, so that if you are interested in applying to the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, you will have that information. You will know and have it resonating in your bones if this is the right program for you. And right now, I'm going to teach you how to do that. But that first C is clarity. So I want you to start thinking about the promise of your offer. One promise. Now, there may be a few results that people can receive from working with you. But I want you to really think about what is the thing that you're speaking to in the online space more often than not? What is the promise? What is the result that you're talking about for your clients? So if you don't have an offer yet, don't worry about it, because that is why I created the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. And in module 3, I help you to craft the offer. I help you to extract the offer that is already inside you. And if you do have an offer, I help you to refine it. And right now, we're doing that refinement process. So you just get to think about it. I know that, I work with people over months on creating the promise of their offer. So it doesn't have to come through perfect right now. But if you want some feedback, if you want my eyes on the promise of your offer, and maybe I can help you in this moment to adjust it. And Amy says, freedom in your body for life. And I love that because Amy just completed the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. She made over $20,000 in sales. She attracted multiple clients who she's just working really close with and deep with. And that's what I'm talking about. That powerful for life. I'm going to talk about that in the next C, but that is conviction of your offer. It's like for life. There's nothing wobbly about what we're doing. Now, maybe before Amy had her signature process and her offer put together, maybe there was some question. How do I speak about this thing? I feel like I'm great at what I do. But expressing it and articulating it is the thing that moves people from stranger on the internet to inside your offer with ease, and moves them from not being able to open their wallet and pay $100 for something to paying $6K, $8K, $2K, $10K, $14K, whatever it is, whatever is that next level price point for you. Really, this is the process. So Amy says, freedom in your body for life. And I love that because the title of our offers, also the naming of our offers, can be a little vague when the subtitle or the promise and the value statements are crystal clear. So I actually take you in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion through the process of extracting not only the offer, how long it is, what's going to go in it, if there are bonuses, which we do that, but how to speak about it, how to bring it forth, how to talk about it so people want it, how to create desire in your potential clients so they don't have objections. And they may have objections, and you will learn in the transformational sales module of the Conscious Creative Business Immersion how to hold space for a sale and an objection. But why bother? Wouldn't it be just more fun if people were like, oh, by the name and the promise of your offer, that it spoke to them so deeply that they, this is coming through, but what if your offer was a panty dropper? And people were just yeah, dropping their panties for your offer. And it felt like that, where people just drooling, salivating, begging you to get inside your offer. I mean, this is how it works eventually. This is why I have an application. And eventually you will, when you have clarity of your offer in this way, might need to create an application for your offer so that you can weed people out. Tiffany says, heal from past trauma and feel more confident in your body through sensuality. Yes, this is clear. I love this. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything coming through. What's coming through around this is you're speaking to the desire. And I wonder if there's even a deeper desire that people have that is the result of confidence in our bodies. I know that I want this confidence in my body. And how I help my clients is I invite them to have a so that. So when I have confidence in my body, what is the so that? I'm already thinking what are the real desires, lifelong committed partnership, right? I can't have that if I'm oh, this about my body, that about my body, and so when you add a so that, and you do actually the market research. And in my program, the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, I have these surveys that help you to identify what is the problem and what is the desire of your clients so that these value statements pour forth from you more potently. Mia says, make intuition-based decisions in a fraction of the time without relying on others for answers. This is good. I can tell that Mia's a client of mine. A few of my amazing clients have already jumped into the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, and I can tell that they've been going through the modules because that is cool. And I'm seeing like you've identified this problem of decision making. I've identified it as well. Like decision fatigue is real. That's why people have so many objections when they come to sales conversations. So, and like working with clients all the time on decision fatigue, whether or not to quit the 9 to 5, whether or not to have this title of my offer or that title of my offer. So like, I hear you and see you, Mia, like make intuition-based decisions in a fraction of the time without relying on others for answers. Like, dang, that is good. And I can't wait when we start our coaching in August to help you come up with 4 or 5 value statements that are really going to bring this offer to even more clarity. Hey there, visionary leader. If you're resonating with this message, I'd like to invite you into your next level life and business. Enrollment has begun for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. This is my signature group container to help you design an offer so delicious, so juicy, so based on your soul gifts that you are thrilled to invite your soulmate clients inside of it. I'm going to teach you how to promote this offer with a ton of heart and to sell out this offer with ease to meet your revenue goals. I would love to have you inside if you are a visionary leader who knows that they are great at what they do. You'd like to collapse the timeline on how long it takes to reach consistent income with an offer that you truly love. Go to the link in the show notes to apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I will be sitting with your application individually, and I will send an email to let you know if you've been accepted in a few days after application. Thank you for trusting me with your vision, and I can't wait to see what we co-create. Joshua says, how to step into your highest embodiment and expression of your soul in a lifestyle designed by you. Cool. So what I want to speak to about this is expression of your soul is a bit woo-woo. And what's cool is like, we are spiritual. You all know that I help soul-led entrepreneurs because I am woo-woo AF. Like I literally talk to angels, and whoever, and squirrels and shit. So like we're all spiritual here, okay? There's no secrets between us. Like we know the magic of the universe. And so we end up, when we express the value of our offer, we forget to be tangible. And so I would love, Joshua, for you to think about what an expression of your soul actually tastes like, what it looks like, what it feels like on your skin, what it feels like to breathe it in. And so that you don't call in people who are like, what the fuck does that mean? Because that's my question. And I know that, like I have spoken like this. You are going to bring in people who are resonating with these words. And that's fine because we all resonate with soul words. I use this soul aligned selling. I use this, right? But I don't leave you hanging on that. I give you a framework. I tell you what is the result of my soul-aligned framework. So what is the result of people expressing their soul? So thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. That's amazing. Now let's get into the second C of the 3C formula, which is conviction of your offer. Because you can be clear as day and come up with a bunch of phrases and words that describe your offer, but if you don't believe it, your people won't believe it. If you don't believe it, your people won't believe it. So we have to believe. We have to really have conviction. Like when I say to you, I know that I can help you attract clients that pay thousands of dollars to work with you. I know this in my bones. I've done it before. I help my clients with this a lot. Now, the unfortunate thing is when you haven't had the results yet for your people, you can't let that hold you back. So we need to create value statements and convictions of your offer based on the things that you've transformed if you don't have a lot of client results. Now, many of you do have client results. And we're going to get to that in the next C, what to do with those client results. Many of you do have client results and you're just not owning them, right? Or like for whatever reason, you're amazing at what you do, but you have these wobbles around it. You come to the online space with these thoughts of like, well, am I enough? And these are just thoughts because if you really take a good hard look, you're more than enough. It's not even it's like a question that I'm bored. It's boring. There are better, more potent questions to be asked. Like, how can I get into the depth of my soul, speaking of soul, and fucking believe in myself for once? Because you do and you want to. So when you have this wobble, when you have this second guessing, when you have this question, just let it sit there, let it be, and find the evidence of where your offer is the tits. Where is your offer the best thing for everyone involved? For you, because it lights you up, because you know that it is a transformation that you've made in your life. So there could be, if you're trying to have a high value offer based on a transformation that you haven't made, there could be a misalignment. In the beginning, I didn't have this amazing offer that I have now of attracting high-paying clients. I actually had an offer on writing songs. And it was awesome because I channeled songs. I would write songs in under 5 minutes and I would receive songs. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I could teach other people how to do this? And so I reverse engineered how I sat and channeled song and received songs. And I put together a 5-step process and I sold a 5-day offer. Back then, I didn't have the support that I have now. So I undercharged and I made a lot of mistakes. And that's cool. And then when I started to get the question of, how did you create that course? What did you actually do? What was the process? What's your creative process? And I love creative process. I love analyzing. I'm a double Virgo in all the right places, all the wrong places really, but I'm a double Virgo when it comes to work. And I love to break apart and analyze and compartmentalize and create processes for my people. And I created a process of how I created a course. And then that up-leveled me and then I started to coach people on that. And I started to see, I didn't want to create low cost courses anymore. It was boring. And the only person that could value me was me. The only person that could step it up and value my time, my energy, my expertise, and own me, all of me, was me. So I did that work. Now I'm more available to help my clients do that work. Now my belief in my clients is fierce as fuck. I believe in you. There's no question that you can do this. And if I am questioning it, then I say no. And I give you I say no in the application process. And I refer you to somebody that's more equipped for what you need. But if I see what I see in myself, and if I see the potential, and if I see that you have all the right ingredients to sell out a high value offer and make consistent revenue, then it's there. And I believe in those. Even I can see when people are on the edge of that also, and what they need to be able to move across that edge. So if you haven't sold a high value offer yet, that doesn't mean that you don't try. And my message then wasn't make 10K consistent months, because I hadn't yet. My message then was, I'm going to teach you how to create a course. And it worked. And through that message and through that conviction of believing that I could really do this because I had done it myself and I reverse engineered how I did it and I intentionally created an offer and I had the skills of space holding, I brought people together and I helped them create a course. And it worked. People got results. And it spiraled up from there. But you get to create a high value offer now based on what you know in your heart and soul that you're ready to serve to your clients. So if you don't have conviction of your offer, it could either be that you haven't received support and haven't been guided by someone that believes in you when you can't believe in yourself, or it could be that you're trying to sell something that you haven't yet done yourself, and that's out of alignment. So neither one is right or wrong. It's just you get to identify where you're at right now. So I want you to give me one in the comments if you have 110% conviction that if someone went through your program, they would get results. And give me a 2 in the comments if you're ready to create a program that you can have that level of conviction around. Mia says, I was born for this. My mantra for overcoming worthiness. That's why she was a yes. But I knew she was a yes before she even got on the call. Jocelyn says, thank you. Super helpful. So we're going to get into the process right now. I'm actually going to share my screen because developing a signature process is something that I'm an expert in because I love reverse engineering my own results. Now I've seen 100 clients come through my program and I've seen who gets results and who doesn't. I have reverse engineered steps and I have a signature method called the CREATE method, which is so mind-blowing and spiritual in nature because each letter actually is a module and is a result of what I am able to provide for my people. But the cool thing about that is because this is a gift of mine, I'm also able to help you create that for yourself, where you're able to create a process, name it something amazing, name your modules. And this really positions you as somebody that has their shit going on, that has intentionally created something that gets results for people. So even if you've gotten some results for people and you've had clients that got results, now it's your turn. You get to create something, what I call intellectual property, and this can be trademarked, right? And I'm going to show you an example of this intellectual property that I created on the fly. It's not mine. It's for one of my clients. And it's pretty cool. And this person is a business coach. This is something called an intellectual property. And here I have the words soulful business. And I've created something for each letter. Now, it doesn't have to be so high end or so complicated or so creative. The first process I created for an offer I had years ago was a 3C process, like the one I'm delivering you now. It was, I think, your creative superpower plus your clarity equals clients. Cute, right? 3C process. Just like I'm giving you right now, my 3C 3-step formula to help you stop attracting clients who have multiple objections and start calling in people who gladly pay thousands of dollars to work with you. This is a process that I created for this event, right? And you can go deeper. So I have soul and then I have full, yeah? And we have sacred calling, offer clarity, understanding resonance. And so this is for somebody who has a business offer. Lit up content, freedom, fun, and flirting with desires. Unite clients with your offer through heart-centered sales. Live the lifestyle you desire to live and lead a movement based in love. So, this one actually was based off of me, but I didn't end up using this one. So you don't have to be a business coach to make a lot of money. You can utilize these skills and what I'm teaching you now and put it towards your sexual empowerment program, put it towards your movement, your embodiment program, put it towards your intuition program, put it towards your any transformation that you're helping someone make. The idea behind this is that you are a thought leader, that you are not copying somebody else's message. You're not copying someone else's anything, that you are the thought leader. And when you're the thought leader, when you think about your offer, when you think about your clients, when you think about your business and you intentionally come from that place, you rise, you naturally rise, and the magnetism is there, and everything starts to click. But also people feel that, and also you're able to express that in your content. So it gives people this sense of safety. And then you actually have a process that you're taking people through, your 4-step process, your 5-step process, your 8-module process that is proven. You get to prove it. You get to prove your results, right? And that leads me to the 3rd phase. Then you get to collect client testimonials. So some of you have client testimonials, yeah? You're just not using them. You're just not owning them. You're not using them. You're hiding them. You're not sharing client wins. Social proof is key to attracting high-paying clients who gladly pay thousands of dollars to work with you. So I have a process for collecting testimonials. I also have a process for sharing them that I've developed over time. And I teach my clients how to do this. I teach my clients how to hold successful success story interviews. And I'm having one with my client, Lena, this week. And she is a new client. She's in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion right now. We haven't even started the calls. And she already developed her offer and called in her first high-paying client. So we're going to do an interview. Stay tuned for the announcement on that. And so you get to really own. Stop being shy about it. Stop thinking that anytime that you're owning your greatness, that you're diminishing someone else. You're not. This is attractive. This is an attractive quality. And it's social proof mixed together. So social proof is key. So I just want you to think about who is somebody that you could interview, or who is somebody that you've helped, whether you've helped them for free or low cost, or in a one-to-one container, and now you have a group. You get to share their story. You get to tell about their results. You get to tell on yourself. You get to tell on yourself how amazing you are. So I don't only teach you in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion how to create, launch, and sell a high-value offer. I also help you to deliver an epic experience so that you get these client results, so that you can have that page of testimonials that position you as that high-value guide. So it's not a question, is this worth it? People don't come to your calls going, is this worth it? They come to your call saying, this is the offer that is the answer to my prayers. I've been praying for this. I've heard that as well. So this is really beautiful. So let me know if you have these client testimonials. Like, let me know what really excites you about it. Speaking about yourself in this way, is it an edge for you? Because I love working with clients that have this kind of like belief in themselves, but I also understand that confidence and belief happens over time. And the more you are surrounded by people that believe in themselves in a room, you get inside a room of people that believe in themselves, or they're getting coached around their belief in themselves, and you witness that, then you naturally rise. So the cool thing about the Conscious Creative Business Immersion is that it's a group container. So maybe you didn't even know that you had some secret blocks, that you had a wobble around your belief. And then you see me coach the ever-loving shit out of somebody who is forgetting their power. And then you are risen to that energetic alignment as well, without even having to be vulnerable. I love when people are vulnerable and share, and we're getting coaching from each other. That's the magic of group. I also help you if you want, if you love one-to-one work and you want to be a one-to-one guide, there's no problem with that. I love one-to-ones as well. I have like 4 clients right now that are one-to-one only, and it's a really powerful container. And I have VIP upgrades. So if you want to work in the group, but you also want my eyes on your business one-to-one, that's available for you. And these are features. But what I know and what I have conviction around is the power of my offer. And I want to help you to have that same belief. And it's not only my belief in you that gives you that belief, but I actually teach you the skills, the step-by-steps, the how-to down to the nitty-gritty to be able to express the value of your work in the world. So that's the first C. Get clear on your offer, not how long it is, not how many calls they get, not if there's a bonus, if there's a worksheet, if there's a extra call that they get, not if it's one-to-one or group even, but get clear on the value and be able to express it in ways that make tangible, dang sense to people who are even spiritual, so that it makes sense. It has to make sense for people to pay thousands of dollars to you. It just does. So, I mean, that makes sense, right? Would you pay thousands of dollars for something that was like, I don't know, like could be fun? Maybe. Actually, maybe. But like, no, people pay thousands of dollars and have less objections, and they don't need to talk to their husbands. They don't need to convince their husbands. They know what they want when they come to the calls, because you know what you want, because you know what you do. And I know maybe that you know what you do, but you might not be expressing it in ways that make sense to people. And that's the problem with being a little woo-woo. And what's really beautiful about the work that we could continue to do together, if you're resonating, apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. But I really walk between both these worlds. Like, I'm a straightforward, down to earth, direct kind of girl. And I also can have my head in the clouds in theories and spiritual concepts and belief in the divine and channeling messages from Mother Mary and songs. And it's all there and it's all available. Intuition mixed with grounded step-by-step guidance is how I'm going to support you to your consistent 10K months. And that brings me to the second phase, again, to reiterate these phases, is conviction. So if you don't yet have 110% conviction in your offer, that is okay. I'd love to help you get there. And then the third step and the third C is client testimonials. If you have them, what are you doing with them? What is your strategy around sharing them? Because there's strategy involved. And are you hiding them for any secret kind of reason that you could get deeper coaching around? Or are you just not sure on the strategy? What is the best way to share this? How can I share these stories? And we can work on all of that together, right? For now, start to think about these three. And your soul work is to write down some client testimonials. Write down some stories of the results that either you've had or your clients have. So if you don't have client testimonials, I would still love to support you to 10K consistent months and help you create that high value offer that gets you those client testimonials. And if you're interested in seeing my client testimonials, you can go to freeyourcreativity.org/testimonials, or you could go to my website, freeyourcreativity.org, and I have at the header testimonials. You can find my testimonials, but you can check out those testimonials and you can see really how it's done and not be afraid to do it yourself, right? And what I want to offer you in that vein is, I know that you're smart enough to reverse engineer what I'm doing and do it yourself. But I hope that you're smart enough to know that I did not do this alone, that I am fiercely supported. I get coached hard on things. I just came from a therapy session. And you may notice a difference in me if you watched yesterday's session and this session. Like, I'm on fire because of the support I receive, because I'm able to unravel anything that's wobbly in me, anything that's unclear, anything that I I know I have my own back, but life is so much better together. Yeah. So I want you to know that I did not do this alone, that I still have reflection on my content. So in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, we have workshops around your value statements. So I come in, you can show me your value statements and I can help you get clear. I can help you with words, which is my superpower. I'm here today because words are my superpower. I'm a songwriter and a poet first, and I love to play with words. And I love to find the juxtaposition, the combination of what is poetic, what is something that hasn't been said before, but say it in a way that makes crystal clear sense. Now, a song is definitely different than your offer. And we get poetic license in our offerings at a certain degree. You can have poetic license in your offering in the title, but if your subtitle is clear as day, if your promise and your value statements are clear as day, I am the messenger in this moment. And my message to you is that if you're done doing this alone and you want support and you want to be supported by me, doors are open for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. And we begin in August with our calls, but you can start now with the money-making modules, and you can start to earn back your investment. You can start to call in those clients to craft that high value offer that has high paying clients dropping their panties. I'm saying it again, drooling, asking you how you can work with them, how they can work with you rather. So you don't have to feel convincing. And tomorrow we're going to go over the 4 essential ingredients of a high value offer that consistently brings in high paying clients without the need for these convincing sales conversations. So I'm going to give you that taste. But the real work is inside the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. So apply today. I would love to have a chat with you. Once you apply, and it's only a few questions, once you apply, you have the opportunity to have a 60-minute call with me. And this is a space where it's not going to feel convincing. I'm just going to hold you to your vision. I'm going to hear your vision. I'm going to believe in your vision. We're connected for life. I have people that I've spoken to that haven't joined the Conscious Creative Business Immersion yet, that I just know that they're going to skyrocket, that their business are going to take off. Maybe they join, maybe they don't, but I feel them in my work days. So apply, get on the phone with me, and let's just talk. Let's just express your visions. Let's see what comes through. And then if I feel like we are a right fit to work together, then I'll invite you into the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. Amazing. So question I often get asked is, where do high paying clients come from? Once I've crafted my offer, once I've gotten these value statements out, where are these clients? Where are these dang clients? And what I want you to know is that they are everywhere. They're everywhere. So it is a matter of knowing how to speak to people, knowing what your offer is about and having conviction of it, because you could be in a coffee shop and someone could say something and you could understand that they need your offer and you could present it to them. Now, I love helping people to create content that they can deliver in different places. And I hand you my repurposing strategy so that you can be in multiple places at once. This all comes inside the Conscious Creative Business Immersion so that your voice is heard in multiple places, so that you can attract clients from all around the world and become internationally renowned and well-known. But they're everywhere. They're actually everywhere. And once you see that there's one person that is willing, and not even willing, but more than happy to pay thousands of dollars to co-create with you, you see that there's more than one. And then there becomes 5, and then there becomes 20. And then all of a sudden you have more money and more clients than you know what to do with. And now maybe you have to create that group program because you're fully booked. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful place to be. And maybe you're already there and you're here because you want to create that group offering now. And so wherever you are is the perfect place to be. But once you join the conscious creative business immersion and you know how to articulate and express the value of the work that you do with no wobbles, and you have that conviction and you gain those client testimonials, your business naturally takes off and it gets easier and easier and easier. So let me know in the comments if you are ready for this to be easy, because that's what the support does. That's what the how-tos do. It takes you from wondering, and it just makes it faster. And I'm here for however long it takes, and we get to be together for 3 whole months. So some of my clients are here right now, and Stacy, I want to say hello, because Stacy was brave enough to join without a sales call. And that's freaking amazing. That's how I know that Stacy will take off in this container. And I can't wait to get to know you better over our 3 months. We begin in August. But if there's no questions, then I will see you tomorrow for day 3, where we're going to go over the 4 ingredients of a high value offer. Stacy's all in. Some of you I know are all in. So let's get the process started, apply, and I'll see you tomorrow.